CLion, a cross-platform IDE for C and C++. Download now.
So it's lovely to see so many new people here who haven't been to the conference before. And it is quite a while since I've stood up here and banged on about my PhD research. So no, it's okay. I'm not going to do that at length because Pete won't let me. But so the facepalm isn't for you if you've heard it before and you're terrified that I'm going to do that. I'm not. Nor is this title like clickbait for Pete to persuade him to include the lightning talk. This phrase, "the shoemaker's children go barefoot," is a phrase that reflects the irony of people with professional skills not actually deploying those skills for their own nearest and dearest. So, why am I talking about shoemakers? Let's talk a little bit about the research. Basically, that facepalm was me too many times as a developer going, why did they do that? Probably something you're familiar with, right, in looking at somebody else's code. So my research was basically about establishing what is it that makes you a good developer for your colleagues, that prevents that, and what are the things that are bad that make your colleagues facepalm. Not about good practice for you, but about being a good colleague. And what I did was interview a whole load of very experienced developers about various practices, good practices, bad practices, things from experience and colleagues of my own, asked them about a whole lot of stuff, had some card sorting to do to figure out which were the good and the bad things, but crucially also asked them about why those things were good or bad. And out of these very experienced developers, because experienced ones are the ones who, if they've still got a problem with it, it's really a problem. If you're, if you're a novice, then various things are problems for just because you're a novice. That's fair enough. Right. So out of all these cards, the one that was picked out as a good thing, most of all, 89% of these very experienced developers, was automates tasks. So bear in mind, and I mean, automating tasks, good thing, yeah. But this is people saying, when others do this, it helps me. And the reason they were expressing that this one helps them when others do it is that you've got executable documentation there. You've told the story of what you're doing. All that knowledge you have about how to make something happen that you might otherwise do manually, you've documented it, you've written about it. It's there for somebody to come back and read and run. And if it doesn't run, fair enough, you've got some idea of what you're doing. Trying to follow some instructions from an old Word document, I mean, we've probably all been there, right? So this one was really, really important to people for their colleagues to do. It's also something we talked about yesterday in the early careers workshop as a good thing to do for yourself as well as for other developers. So anyone use Awk? Few Awkers, yeah. I used to use Awk a lot. I even did some live Awk for a customer once, looking through some log files. They were so impressive, brilliant. But I haven't used it for a long, long time. I haven't used it since I learned Python. So I've spent a lot of years saying to people, Python is not just a scripting language. A lot of people didn't talk to me as though it is. And it's not just a scripting language, but it is quite a good one. So if you're not using your programming skills to help you automate the tasks, if you're only using your coding skills to write the code that's going into production, not things to help you do your job in many ways, you're missing out. You're a shoemaker who is not making the shoes for their own children. So, or the rest of their family. Let's not pick on just the children. So if you want to hone those skills, I'm going to sneak in here an absolutely shameless plug. I'm doing it with a clear conscience because it's a community conference I'm plugging. Please come and join us in Manchester for the very first PyCon UK that's taking place up there. And I hope to see you there. Thank you.